The 1.0 release of Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon is here and available on consoles in addition to PC. If you're jumping into the game for the first time, then here are some things you don't want to miss out on at the beginning of the game. Once you're able to escape the cell that you start in, head to the right and go to the end of the hall. Search the body to get the guard's key and some coins. Look on the nearby table for a recipe paper and look in the cabinets for some food and lockpicks. Next to the body is a locked cabinet that has some potions inside, as well as a Minhir statue on top, which can be used to permanently increase your max health. One quick note, use the lockpicks that you find to open any locked door or chest you come across to quickly increase your thief skill while in this area. Now head down the hall and turn right before reaching the dead guard and go around the corner to fight your first enemy. After defeating him, go back to the dead guard and open the door with the guard's key. This room has a lot of food supplies, so make sure to check everything. In a chest on the ground, there will be a letter that starts the Unforgettable side quest. Go down the stairs to face off against your first zombie and then enter the room it came from to kill the other 3 inside. Opening the door at the end of the path will lead you to a room with a health potion and some alchemy supplies. Head back to the main hall and you'll see a pickaxe in the wall. Grab it and use it to destroy the wall to let you into another room with a few enemies. Once you kill them, go to the altar in the left room and grab the blood transfusion spell. Go back through the room and into the storage area and loot all of the crates and barrels for different supplies. Kill the guard in the next room and then talk to the NPC on the table. Agree to end his suffering and loot his body to get an item that can be used after leaving the asylum. Grab the burning ember spell on the table next to him and then loot all the alchemy supplies in the room and exit through the wall you broke down. Now open the cell door across from this exit on the right and grab the note for the Unforgettable side quest. On the door at the end of the hall is a note that will give you the recipe for health and mana potions, so grab that before heading down the path. Here you'll come to a bridge with a body on it. Looting the body will give you the keys to the lab, but if you follow the guide up to this point, you've already done that. This bridge is a good opportunity to get in some sneak levels as well, since there are 3 enemies in the room below. Just crouch and travel back and forth across the bridge and you should gain a level in sneak every 30 seconds to a minute, up to around level 25, and that's where it kind of starts to take longer. After crossing the bridge, turn right and grab the shovel. This won't be useful until after getting out of the asylum, and you can find more later, but it's easy to grab now. Go down the stairs and crouch through the opening on the right side. This will lead you to the room under the bridge and the 3 enemies. Kill them and loot the room for alchemy supplies and use the alchemy table to craft some potions. There's a recipe for a bloodsucker potion which increases your lifesteal amount on a table to the left of where you entered the room, so be sure not to miss it. Take the stairs opposite of where you entered the room and follow the path. Lockpick each door for some extra XP, but definitely make sure to open the last one on the right to get an origin potion which allows you to respec your skills and attribute points. Go up the stairs at the end of the hall and talk to the NPC. After the conversation, lockpick the door with the dead monster behind it and loot the human body to get a lesser health ring which increases your max health. Head back to the room under the bridge and turn right. Go through the doorway with the bodies next to it and follow the path and drop off the ledge. Before going down the path out of the room, lockpick the door and go down the stairs. This leads you to the Frantic Berserker mini-boss. He'll charge at you and throw a ton of punches your way, but if you use your blood transfusion spell with a melee weapon in your other hand, you can heal yourself during the fight. Loot his body to get the Athlete's Ring, which increases your stamina, and the Thorn Helmet, which reflects 5 physical damage onto any enemy that uses a melee attack against you. Go back to the opening in the body pile room, jump up the ledge and talk to the NPC. Give her a health potion and she'll give you a lesser mana ring, which increases your max mana. Reach the end of the path and use the lever to go back to the hallway after you crossed the bridge earlier. Now head all the way down the stairs and loot the body next to the fire to get a bow, some arrows, and a rejuvenation potion. Cook any recipes that you have in the pot while you're here. Turning to the right from this position will continue the main story, so head to the left instead and go down the stairs. At the bottom of the stairs is a door locked with the guard's key you found at the beginning of this guide. Open the door and be ready to fight the Wailing Effigy mini-boss. He uses a 2-handed sword and casts Burning Ember. Use the same strategy of blood transfusion and a melee weapon to take him down. Looting his body will give you the Dull Broadsword and the Grief-Torn Armor, which increases your max health. Now head back to the NPC that rescued you at the beginning of the game and go down the path after the conversation. Drop off the ledge and loot the crates for some items. Go up the wooden path to find a weird plasm on the wall. Now go down the path next to the end of the wooden stairs and grab the other weird plasms off the walls in the hall with the last enemy. I won't spoil the next part, but eventually you'll find yourself in this large room with some crystals in the middle. Approaching it will bring out the giant sentinel boss. Use your new soul fragment powers to slow time and then hit it with the blood transfusion and melee combo to kill it quickly. When you defeat it, you'll get a ring of toughness that increases your carry weight. Once you progress further and reach the beach, there are a ton of things to find which can easily be done by going around the area, but I'll show you a few of the more notable ones to go for. Making your way to the water, you'll see the NPC from earlier, but instead of going that way, head to the right. Follow this beach until you see a ship crashed on the rocks. Swim to it and open the crates to get the archery ring, which increases your range damage. Head back to shore and continue down the beach to grab the flame resin next to the body at the cooking pot. Keep going this way to reach a buried chest at the end of the path. Use your shovel to dig it up and get some coins and a mana potion. If you didn't grab the shovel earlier, then make your way back to the NPC on the beach. Go past him without talking to him and around the corner to find a shovel on a dead body. That's everything in the first area to give yourself the best start in Tainted Grail. Leave a comment below if you played the early access version or if you're jumping into the game for the first time. If you want to see more content, then make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.